Welcome back again to Design Takeover. I totally forgot to close my window. Chickens are crowing right now. So we're back again onto r/UX design to give UI and UX feedback. Yay! So here's the post. Hey there, friends. I made this UX and UI redesign, a prepaid virtual account app from the Philippines called Paymaya, because of how bland the original design was. I'm a freshman who aspires to be a UX designer in the future, so feedback for this latest project of mine would be appreciated. In summary, this video would be a redesign of a redesign. Luckily, I'm on the same country as he is. Who would have thought? So a little background of the app. The app is called Paymaya, which is a direct competitor to GCash. These two apps are owned by the largest telecom companies here in the Philippines. They're also the reason why the internet is so overpriced and shitty here. The word Paymaya means pay and sparrow. Yep, a wild sparrow. I think when they have a board meeting, they were thinking, I'm thinking about PayPal. So what is the synonym of pal? And someone said, a bird. And they said, you're right. And the moral of the story here is, real pals are birds, not bros. So enough chit chat. I'm gonna play a short montage again on how I redesigned this thing. And the feedback will be posted at the end of the video. And some explanations. So it's feedback time, guys. And thumbs up to people who stick this long for the feedback. So number 1 would be less is more. Actually, PayMaya has a very good UX design. As you can see here in the registration page, there are less elements to distract the user from their inputs. And it's more condensed than the redundant type of putting a first name, then an input box, then a placeholder text. And as you can see on the dashboard, you added a drop down here for additional resources and put the scan to pay at the top. This is a common mistake that beginners make, and also I make this mistake often, that cool interactions makes UX better. So it is good that you have identified that the top part is the important part, because these are the frequent features a user would use in this application. But adding one more interaction for the sake of a cool interactive factor doesn't determine a good UX design. You need to think of it as, how can I make the user do more things with the less interaction? The reverse of the example that I made is, like on the landing page, you might think that an SSO button or a sign in with Google button would make the user's life easier. But if you explore thoroughly the app, you can infer that the mobile number is the unique ID for each user, because of the target market of their application, which is leaning towards the people with mobile plans and essentially don't want to bother to have an email. So the SSO button, sign in with Google, won't work here. But I think you can make an argument that sign in with Facebook button would work here, because almost all of the Philippines have Facebook accounts. Number 2 would be consistency again. Consistency. So consistency with the font sizes, just to make sure to have the smallest font readable and prevent making bigger elements like this logo of PayMaya, which is not important in this dashboard page. So it's better to keep it a reasonable size. So you need to determine what that page is for. As you can see, you have moved scan to pay to the upper part, but let's think this through. Scan to pay came from the middle part, which I call a launch feature section. This is where you put the most important icons that you want people to click on every time. So let's back again to the UX thingy. So another thing that PayMaya heavily pushes is QR codes, right? So in the restaurant, if you are a PayMaya partner or you can pay with PayMaya, there is a QR code that is being used. As I said before, the PayMaya is leaning towards the people who have mobile phone plans. So PayMaya is actually expecting these types of people to have their phones every day and would go into restaurants, shops, etc. and would see the PayMaya logo there and they would scan the QR code. So that's the reason why they put that button on that position, because it is the most frequent button they want the user to use. The repositioning of the element here, you need to keep in mind that if you want this to look good, think of your design as a grid and place those elements in the grid. You can see on the top, I can see that there are 5 elements on one grid, and below there are just 4 elements on the secondary navigation. So if you're thinking that this is too much feedback, I can't process it, I just have one suggestion for you. Keep taking inspirations to the designs that you like and always reference them from the previous design. So you want to think like a debater on this type of scenario. Don't want to be biased only on your design, but you have to take into consideration of why did they design it like this. Knowing the point of why did they do it like that is the first step to UX design. It starts with the why. Once you understand why they did that, then you can make it better. And what are some exercises that you would do to improve on that? For me, what I did that in every design, I always think about if I am the user, what would I want to see? Then I will jump into the company's mindset, and if I am the company, what would the company want to sell to the user? So as a UX designer, you are the middle person here. So you want them to get the service of the company as fast, painless, and as easy as possible. So that's it, right? I hope this is informative to you. And just a quick note, why PayMaya is shit and Gcash is better? They're both shitty apps, okay? I know. Because Gcash, Globe Services, has an excellent customer service. PayMaya has none. That's why often UX problems are not solved by user interfaces. We'll see you again next time and have a good one.